Let me say this. Sometimes improving your life doesn't require completely reinventing yourself. It just means that you're going to make few intentional changes, such as protecting your peace, choosing better habits, becoming more disciplined, taking yourself seriously, and finally becoming the woman you've always wanted to be. So today, we're going to be talking about improving the quality of your life and changing everything about yourself to not everything entirely, but becoming the best version of yourself and how you can do that.
The best revenge is no revenge. It is a life well lived. That is why oftentimes the best thing that you can ever do in any situation where you have been betrayed by, let down by, mistreated by somebody, the best thing that you can do is channel that energy and disappointment into your own self growth. Okay. Instead of focusing on the other person and holding on to resentment or wanting to get revenge for something that they did, use that energy and just focus on your own self improvement, okay? Because when people let you down and they mistreat you, what you really learn is that you cannot control anybody. You can't change anybody. You cannot control how they treat you. You cannot make somebody anything other than who they are. You can, however, control yourself, and you can change most everything about yourself if you want to. So instead of focusing on the other person, which is giving them so much energy, because even hate is energy, okay? Wanting revenge is energy. Instead of putting that energy towards them, put that energy back into yourself and become the best version of yourself. Become smarter, become hotter, become cooler, become whatever it is that you want to become. Put that energy back into yourself and you will up level your life. Because the problem with revenge and resentment is it keeps you attached to people. It keeps you stuck in a situation and makes it very hard for you to grow and heal because you're still obsessed with that other person. So instead of doing that, use that disappointment as fuel to make yourself exactly who you want to be. The best revenge is for you to be successful and up level your life, and you won't even care about people at a certain point who have let you down because your life becomes so much bigger and better.
If I had learned this one thing 30 years ago, I would be unstoppable by now. So I am begging you, please be smarter than me. You do not need a perfect plan. You do not need a perfect strategy. You just need this one rule. Most people stay stuck because they overcomplicate achieving their goals. They think they need motivation, the perfect strategy, the right moment. You don't. You just need one thing, a decision. Every single thing you do either builds your dream life or keeps you stuck where you are. So here's the rule. Does it align? Yes or no? That's it. Hitting snooze 5 times in the morning? No. Associating with people who are toxic and drain you? No. Going to the gym even when you don't feel like it? Yes. Eating junk every night, wondering why you feel sluggish? No. Filming that video even though you're not quite ready? Yes. Every single decision you make, think about this. Does it align? There is no in between. It's yes or no. Act accordingly. Hope that helps.
As a woman, when you start changing your life, people will always have something to say. You start dressing better. Oh, you're so dressed up. You start going to sleep so early. Oh, this is early for you. You stop going out as much because you're getting focused. Oh, you never come out anymore. Take it as confirmation, not criticism. Those little comments are proof that you are not the same anymore. Change is supposed to be noticeable. Noticeable change is what leads to a completely different life.
Honestly, I want you to start becoming intentional about the life you're creating. Don't just wake up every day and react to whatever happens around you. Think about the woman you want to become. Then start making choices that actually align with her. Your habits, environments, friendships, and priorities, all that shape your future. To be honest, it will.
If you believe something's going to be hard for you, it's going to be hard for you. If you believe something's going to be a piece of cake and super easy for you, it's going to be super easy for you. Whatever you're constantly believing and assuming is what will be. I don't think people realize your brain is so powerful. You can literally gaslight yourself into thinking that every single thing that you do is easy for you. Every single new skill, every single hard thing comes easy for you. And that's what will be. Truly. I feel like people always hear everyone talk about mindset and shifting your thoughts to be positive and think like it's all this talk and it's so stupid. But truly, 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 rewiring your brain correctly will take you very far in life. I feel like we always think about things that are deemed as challenging or hard, and we tell ourselves immediately, I can't do that, it's too hard. Like, it's not going to work. I'm just not capable of doing that. But we're not even giving ourselves a chance to prove the opposite. Your mindset is everything. If you constantly believe that you can't do hard things, your life sucks, you're never going to go anywhere, then that's what will be. Control your mindset, shift it to be positive, and watch your life change. Thank me later.
Listen to me carefully, okay? Stop focusing on the outcome. It's very, very simple. And I have dedicated myself to find simple ways to make progress because I know that you want to be further along than you are, right? So stop focusing on the major outcome. All you have to do is focus on the small things that you need to do, because if you focus on the small things that you need to do, the outcome will appear. So instead of saying, I want to get this promotion by the end of the year, or I want to have $100,000 in my bank account by the end of the year, which are things that you cannot control, all you can control is the small daily efforts that will eventually lead you to that point if you're disciplined and believe. Be encouraged.
I'm 55, and believe me when I say this is advice I lived and paid for. If you're younger than me, this part matters. You're allowed to want more without explaining why. The choices you repeat matter more than the ones you announce. Your future self is watching what you tolerate right now. Nothing actually changes until something feels more uncomfortable than staying the same. Choose directions for your life, not outcomes. Outcomes will change. Learn the difference between being busy and being fulfilled. Start before you're ready. Learn how money works before you decide how you feel about it. Stay long enough to gain skills, but not long enough to lose yourself. Keep promises to yourself, even the small ones, especially the small ones. Don't wait for confidence. Act and then let confidence catch up. A choice doesn't have to be permanent to be worth committing to. Don't let someday become your favorite plan. And don't build a lifestyle that depends on everything going right. Saving isn't about fear, it's about having options. Self-trust isn't built through affirmations, it's built through follow-through. You don't need to explain your direction to people who aren't going there. And good or bad, your life will eventually reflect what you prioritized when no one was watching. Hope that helps.
One of the biggest upgrades you can make to your life is learning what deserves your energy and what does not. Like, you don't have to respond to every opinion, attend every argument, maintain every relationship. Sometimes the quality of your life improves simply because you stopped giving your peace away so easily.
If you don't like how your life is going, you need to run a new experiment. 95% of what we do is carried over from what we've done the day before. So if you don't like how your day has turned out, you have to change something, anything. You have to run a new experiment. I usually sit outside on my balcony and I will meditate and I will pray and I have an amazing time and I journal, but I haven't liked the way my days have kind of ended up the last couple of days. And so I'm at a coffee shop, I am journaling, but I'm changing my environment, I'm changing my variables because I'm running a new experiment. And we always think we need to make this insane grand gesture or change to change your life, when really you just have to be aware of what you do every single day and decide to change one thing, two things, three things. Today I ordered a matcha instead of a coffee because coffee makes me anxious, but for some reason I will stay drinking a coffee every single morning because I like the way it tastes, or I like the romanticization of having a coffee. Like, in this season of my life, I cannot drink coffee. It is what it is. Run a new experiment. I don't care what variable it is that you change, but change something. You will be so much more happy that you did because you'll have a new experience. And if you don't like what you are experiencing, you are in search of a new experience. So run an experiment.
10 habits you need to adopt now if you actually want to elevate your life. Welcome back to Operation Her. We're on the journey to becoming the best version of ourselves this year. The goal is to become richer, hotter, happier, and more successful than ever. So if that's something you need, stay tuned. Follow for more and save this video for later. These are the 10 habits of elevated women that quietly upgraded their lives. Number 1 is manage your energy like currency. Understand that energy is finite and valuable. I know that if my high energy is depleted, everything else suffers. Learn to decide where your energy goes before deciding what you do. Learning to not overcommit will be a game changer. Number 2 is planning before reacting. Stop waking up and letting the day decide for you. Even a loose plan is control. You don't need a perfect schedule, but you do need direction, and clarity creates confidence. Number 3, invest in yourself consistently. Not impulsively, not performatively, consistently. That means not only investing in your appearance and your bank accounts, but also investing in your time, your discipline, and your knowledge. Don't just get your hair and nails done and increase your stock portfolio, but also read, take a class, rest, invest in your mental health, do self-reflection, learn to compound effort over time instead of chasing quick wins. Number 4, learn to choose quality over quantity. Elevated women are selective. You have to curate the aspects of your life. This applies to friendships, purchases, commitments, routines. Less but intentional is always the way to go. Number 5 is you keep your word to yourself. Keeping promises to yourself will become the foundation of your self-esteem. Stop making dramatic promises to yourself and learn to make small, realistic commitments. That consistency will build self-trust, and that will create confidence. Number 6 is practicing emotional regulation. There's nothing soft and luxury about a woman who can't control her emotions. Not everything needs a reaction. Learn to pause, process, and respond intentionally. That doesn't mean suppress your emotions. That means to not allow them to control your behavior. Calm is power. Number 7 is maintain your environment. Your space reflects your standards, and a clean environment reduces mental clutter, supports focus, and reinforces self-respect. Keeping things in order will support elevation. Number 8 is learning to reset quickly instead of spiraling. When you fall off, stop playing the shame game. Acknowledge it, take accountability, and reset. Perfection isn't the goal, resilience is. And understand that consistency is recovery speed. Number 9, live by standards, not your mood. Stop asking, do I feel like doing this today, or am I motivated today? And start asking, is this aligned, and is this who I'm becoming? Standards create stability. Your standards should stay steady even when your emotions fluctuate. And number 10, think long term. When you make decisions today, you need to zoom out and make sure you're making the right choices for your future peace, your long-term confidence, and for sustainable success. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable now to be aligned later. Delayed gratification is elevated behavior. Quiet habits create powerful lives, and they're the real secret to elevation.
I had one of the biggest glow ups post grad. Like, I'm talking financially, physically, romantically, with my friendships, pretty much every area of my life. And there are so many people from college that still to this day DM me and they're like, holy shit, what happened? So I wrote 5 things. These are not going to be your basic like workout random things. These are my unhinged real advice from someone who literally transformed their life post grad. I also was like so depressed the first year I graduated from college. So this could also be how to glow up when you're depressed. So lock in and listen up. Number 1, you need to move cities, either move away from your hometown or your college town. You need to move to a new environment. You are stuck in your hometown or in the college town that you were just in for the past few years. You stay with those same relationships, those same friendships. And even though that could be a good thing if these are great relationships, in order for you to grow, you need to be outside of your comfort zone. You need to be in situations where you don't know anyone, because that's how you're going to actually find yourself. In college and in your hometown, you don't really know what your actual interests are, what your actual personality is, because a lot of it is just influenced by the people that you're with every single day. Number 2, you need to learn finances. You need to learn how to make your money work for you. It does not matter if you are making $50,000 a year or $500,000 a year. If you do not understand financial education, you don't understand how to make a 401k, how to make a Roth, how to invest, different retirement accounts to set up, high yield savings accounts. You don't need to have all this money saved. You could literally put $100 in one of these accounts. I opened up some of my first savings accounts right when I graduated college, and those accounts let me pay off my student loans 2, 3, 4 years later. I know it's so annoying, and I hated meetings with my financial advisor, but I knew I had to do it if I wanted to level up in my life. You need money to level up in your life, okay? Number 3, you need to get a therapist. Going to therapy post-grad changed my life, because when you graduate college, you're going through so much in your new adult life with your friends, your relationships, who you are, your frontal lobe is developing. There is so much that you need to process, and if you can escalate this, then you can level up even faster. If you don't have the money for therapy, do something called a no stimulation walk. I used to do this when I wasn't in therapy, and it's when you go for a long walk, you're not listening to anything in your headphones, you're not on your phone, you're just walking and you're just thinking. You need to let your mind wander. You need to let your mind be curious. You need to let yourself just think freely. Doing these things where you're giving yourself time and space to really process what's going on in this new era of life is going to let you step into the highest version of yourself. Number 4, this is going to be kind of a hot take, but if there is something that you've been unhappy with your whole life and now you're an adult making real adult money, change it. Like, just change it. I've gotten things done, and guess what? I'm so happy. And I actually did these things before I even paid off my student loans, and it made me that much happier, that much more confident, and that much more just secure in myself. Make sure it's something that you've been really thinking about, and make sure your intentions are right. As an adult, you can really take ownership of your body, whether or not that's getting tattoos or getting a procedure or doing something different with your hair. Like, do what you want, really take control of your identity. It will make you feel like you have so much more ownership of your life. Then finally, and most importantly, is reassessing all of the relationships in your life. When you graduate college, you will see a lot of changes in your relationships, in your friendships. This is normal. You need to reassess what's important to you, what matters to you. And my favorite quote is, you are the sum of your 5 closest friends. So if your 5 closest friends are lazy losers, that's what you're gonna be. You don't have people in your life that are not lazy losers, then go for a time period where you have no friends. Soon you will attract people that are like-minded. Better to just be solo for a bit and find yourself and be in a new place than to have friends that are constantly bringing you down. I'm so passionate about this topic because when I first moved to SF after graduating from UCLA, I felt so alone. I had pretty much no friends out there. I was depressed, just getting out of my toxic college relationship. I had no idea what I was doing with my life, and if I didn't do all of these things, I would not have leveled up the way that I have now. And I have friends that have graduated with me that are still trying to go through this process, and I'm like, if you did this, you would get there quicker. So let me know if you guys want a part 2. We're leveling up even if we're depressed. Love you.
Hi, I'm Blythe, and I believe it only takes like 3 to 9 months to completely rearrange your life. So I'm gonna help you do that today by giving you 5 ways to create more opportunities for yourself. This is a big one. 1, follow your nudges. Follow your curiosities, follow your joy. Follow that little quiet light inside of you that speaks up in a tiny whisper and says, hey, we should do that. Or what if we tried that? Or, I'm curious about this thing, but it freaks me out. Listen to that. That's step 1. Listen to that. Follow through on it. I used to have a note in my phone called Threads, and anytime I would get a nudge, I would write them down in my threads so that when I wanted to look at things that have been coming up for me, I would scroll through and be like, oh, I can pull on these threads. It doesn't just have to be a thought that crosses so quietly through my heart. I can write it down and then I have something to follow through on. 2, let yourself be seen. When you're following through on these nudges, a lot of the times it requires you to step into a new space. That's okay. You're gonna do that. You're gonna need to do that. Let yourself be visible in this new environment, in this new scene, because that is a huge part of how opportunities come in. People need to be able to see you in order to offer you something. You need to be able to be seen in order to be noticed, in order for things to change, in order to open doors. So it's very important that you let yourself be seen. Get comfortable with being seen. It's gonna be uncomfortable at first. Just keep showing up. Which brings me to 3, do it scared. You might be scared shitless. I have been, but you just keep showing up. You have to just keep showing up, which brings me to 4, do not stop before progress hits. Do not stop before progress hits. For a long time, it might feel like a flat line. Nothing's happening. You're like, why am I doing this? This isn't gonna bring opportunities. Do not stop until progress hits. It takes time for progress to hit, which brings me to 5, trust your timing. The timing of your life is unique to you. We can't rush this process. We can't guarantee opportunities. We're just putting ourselves in better positions to receive them, to be open to them, to even notice them, for other people to even notice us. This is all about putting ourselves in a better position for the things we want in the future. I have 3 examples from my life. 1, dance. I had never danced a day in my life. I was actually told I can't dance and I have no rhythm when I was growing up. And then last year in January, I saw this video and it nudged me. I was just like, I have to learn how to do this. And so I went to a class the next day and I haven't stopped going ever since. And it's a huge part of my life now. The second one is this TikTok account. I started it in October because I'm writing a novel and I one day will want to sell to publishers. And I want to be like, look, people already care about what I have to say, so you should buy my book. And I started in October and I was like, I'm going to post every single day. And my goal for this year was 20,000 followers. Last week I had 2,000. I currently have almost 30,000. And I'm like, first of all, what is happening? Second of all, it just proves that we have to trust the timing of our own lives. We have to keep doing it. We have to do it scared, and we have to put ourselves out there. All of those things freaked me out. I was like, oh my God, this is so cringe. Why would anyone care about what I have to say? But I just keep doing it, and it's working. Apparently, you guys are here for a reason. You're liking whatever I'm putting down, so I'm gonna keep doing it. And then the third example is breathwork. I love breathwork, and I had an opportunity recently to take a breathwork training class, and I just finished it. And now I'm at this place where I previously did yoga teacher training 7 years ago, but I never taught. And I don't want that to happen this time. I want to take the momentum and the inspiration that I have now and run with it. So I'm going to start facilitating breathwork because it means so much to me, which is going to lead to opportunities. All of these things are just putting ourselves in a different position, shifting the energies around in our lives, building more confidence, not letting fear take the front seat, pushing that to the back seat and doing it anyway. So I hope that this helped. I love you, bye.
Elevating your life doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. It happens quietly in the decisions that you make every single day. I want you to choose better habits, protect your peace at all costs, invest in yourself, learn, grow, take care of yourself seriously, and remember that you do not have to become perfect to become better. You can start one step at a time, and you have to keep choosing the woman that you're becoming. So if you've made it to the end of this video, do well to like, subscribe, share to your friends. I will see you in the next video. Yeah, bye.